Welcome to a new episode of Thrive, where I sit down with women from all over the world to have conversations that help you in life, wellness, and career. Welcome to a new episode of Thrive. Today I'm here with Mary Susan Buhner, founder of Mommy Magic, and Snickers, the Wonder Dog, who may be joining us for part of the shoot. Mary Susan, I'm so excited to have you today. Thank you for inviting me into your beautiful home.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. This is fantastic.
You're so welcome. So I want to honor the title of your book. It's called Mommy Magic, Tricks for Staying Sane in the Midst of Insanity. Hey, thank you for admitting that it gets insane sometimes. How do you keep it all together?
Day by day, I kind of thrive off it as an entrepreneur or a business person. You understand every day is different.
Yeah.
And motherhood is really no different. Whatever plans you have, they are sure not to go that way. So you have to be flexible. You have to have a good sense of humor, and you just have to be your authentic self. I mean, the magic of it is there's really no magic. You just have to kind of sometimes go with the flow and be true to yourself along the way. So
one of the things that I love that you do, and you do many, is your amazing blog, I Almost Cook, and I don't even almost cook. And in fact, I'm banned from the kitchen unless I'm sitting at the table to eat. So describe some ways that busy moms and professional women out there might feel better about making a meal for their family.
Okay, so I Almost Cook was actually, it originated from all my grandmother's recipes that my mom gave me, and she was the master of cooking and baking from scratch.
Wow.
And I loved and adore her, and some of my best memories were just being in the kitchen with her. So really, the concept of I Almost Cook was born because I love the ideas of families coming back together. The almost part comes, we don't have time as busy women and busy moms to make everything from scratch. So I've taken her recipes, modified them, made them more, less steps, not always from scratch, but something that any mom can do. But the whole idea is getting families connected, being together around the dinner table, mealtime. That's really where interaction and sharing, and if you have kids, especially teenagers, that is where the dumping ground comes, and you really learn what's going on. So it's not just about cooking, so don't be scared. The recipes are totally doable, but it's really about carving out that specific time to be together. So anybody can do it because we all can almost cook, right?
Even me,
That's
me.
right, that's right.
So let me ask you, have three amazing young daughters whom you are raising with your husband. So do you have a designated family meal time?
We do,
Wow.
and you have to really
done.
protect that time. We really do, because we have found that is really where we all come together and connect. It's probably the most fun that when our family comes together around the table. It's not about the perfect table. It's not about having matching placemats or even paper plates, but it's really about sitting down.
Company.
It's about coming together and stopping the chaos. And I just really protect that meal time because I think it's a lost art. That's what I think,
Well put. So another thing that I think is incredibly tangible and practical about what you do in Mommy Magic is help women understand how to make being a mom more affordable. Raising a family is expensive in this day and age. So
that's right.
Perhaps one tip that might help us.
Well, I kind of grew up loving Martha Stewart, but hating the fact that I couldn't afford to do any of it.
Yeah.
So Mommy Magic really is about providing affordable tips of how you can take that idea, that concept, whether it's entertaining or a family event or holidays, and how we can help you do it for, say, under $20.
Wow.
So,
under $20.
Well, it depends on what it is. But yes,
Okay.
I mean, everything we really try to do, whether it is creating something or something do it yourself or something that you can purchase, it's letting you know where those affordable items are, how you can purchase them, and doing it yourself. And it's not like you need a staff. You don't need a budget. These are things you can do, honestly, in between work or carpool. So I think we have over 300 of these items on our Mommy Magic website. So you have to check us out because I'm all about doing it on budget.
You also create experiences. So it's not just about the stuff or the product, but it's the experience of creating something with your family. And I think that's really beautiful. So
Well,
I
thank
thank
you.
you
I
for
appreciate that. I really think that the magical moments are born in small moments. We always say it's a big life, but it's made up of small moments.
So, Mary Susan, what gives you the greatest joy in your career as founder of Mommy Magic?
I would have to say without a doubt, it's creating. It is really the joy of creating. And I'm the happiest when I am really trying to figure out how to take what I can provide from who authentically I am, provide it to our audience, which is moms who want to do something positive for their family, like you said, an experience, and creating that opportunity for them. I mean, that's really where I find my most joy. So.
And you can see
then I get to apply it.
You're effervescent. You're just glowing. So let's talk a little bit. You and I have had many long conversations about fear and taking risk and the opportunity to be resilient. Here's the tough question. What would you do, Mary Susan Buhner, if you weren't afraid?
Oh my gosh, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? That is such a good question. This sounds really a cliche, but I would be doing what I'm doing now. I would be reaching an audience of women that I really think, whether through books or speaking or television, I was afraid to do this. So I'm actually living.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And, some days are better than others, like anything, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to have a voice, and whomever it resonates with, that's what really fires me up. That's what excites me. It may just be one or two people a particular week. It may be hundreds another week. But I would say this is what I always dreamed about doing, and I just continue to try to reinvent it as we go along.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So here's something that you and I have talked about at length, and I want our audience to be able to appreciate this concept as well. You're a public persona. You're a TV personality, you're a radio personality, you're a celebrated author, and you're a blogger, you're a spokeswoman, and a national expert on parenting. That's a very public image. Do you ever deal with women who maybe don't get that, or who are jealous, or maybe try to sabotage?
Yes, and we have talked about this. This is not anything new for women in general.
Right.
I would say the older I get and the more confident I am in who I am, I have kind of set this boundary of, I'm not in the business of convincing somebody if they like me or not.
I love that.
Yeah, you either do or you don't.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. I don't need to be liked by everyone. And I tend to gravitate toward positive people, so I will seek those people out, and they tend to be people who build you up, not tear you down. And I just really, my dad once told me there's enough success for everyone. You just have to go out and get it. So if I'm competitive, it's with myself. Yeah. I really don't view another woman as my competition. I view myself and my own ability to figure out how to get my goals reached through my own power. I mean, it's really my responsibility, not somebody else's who's holding me back.
Do you relate to this? I think at a certain point in my life, I got over the hurdle of wanting everyone to like me, and now I want to earn their respect.
Right.
And it's okay if everyone doesn't like me. I'm at peace with that.
Right. Yeah, and you really have to be, and I think that's probably having 3 daughters. It's not something that comes truly natural, but it's something that I feel so strongly, and I want them to feel so authentically connected to who they are, because I think the sooner you do that in your authentic self, the faster you get to what you want to do and having a purposeful life. I mean, let's face it, we all want to have a purpose while we're here on the earth. And in order to have a purposeful life, you have to be really true to who you are. And, my oldest daughter says, let your haters be your motivators.
Wow. She's an insightful young woman.
So you can't convince everybody that you're for them, and that's okay. That really is okay.
Great wisdom, not only for your daughters, but the millions of women listening.
Thank you.
So you are an amazing entrepreneur, and you've been doing this for well over a decade, which is exciting. Isn't Mommy Magic 10 years old?
Yes, it is.
Now?
We're celebrating our 10th year, so thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot of aspiring entrepreneurs out there listening. Some are in that startup phase. They've got the cottage industry in their spare bedroom. Others are a little farther along. It is the age of the entrepreneur. What wisdom do you have to share for that fellow woman out there who's just starting out?
Never give up.
Okay.
Believe in yourself. Do not be riddled with self-doubt. I think a lot of women get caught up with just self-doubt. So don't even go there. If it doesn't work, tweak it. Try a different angle. Not everything has to be done one way. So know that it is a journey, and to really find joy in the process. And I think we touched on this a little bit before, that it doesn't all have to be done today.
Yeah.
That if you really find the joy in what you love and you're doing it authentically as yourself, then whether you fail or success, you'll get up and you'll do it again tomorrow. And perseverance. I mean, it's all about using your resources and persevering. That's really what it's about.
And you shared with me earlier, it's the recovery, right? When we fall down, how do we pick ourselves up and start again, that resilience?
That's exactly right. I always tell my kiddos, it's not the setbacks, it's the comebacks.
You know what is so beautifully palpable about you, my dear? Your authenticity just is so joyous, and you're comfortable in your own skin, and that is a gift for other women as well.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
To really recognize that. So thank you for that. So what's coming up with Mommy Magic? Lots of exciting things.
I hope so. We're really excited. We have a new lifestyle website called At the Porch Swing. So Mommy Magic's kind of branching off to kind of reach lots of our audiences. Yeah. Our moms are kind of growing older, kind of like me. And then we have new moms. So they're
becoming more seasoned, right?
So we have something for everyone. We really do. So mommymagic.com is for all moms, and kind of the advice that we've talking about. Then we have I Almost Cook for moms who really want to try to figure out how to have more meal time. And now we have At the Porch Swing, which is really lifestyle. It's holidays, it's entertaining, it's family. And then I have a book coming out this summer, which I'm really excited about. I started writing this kind of accidentally.
Yeah.
When my oldest daughter was heading into high school, I felt this unbelievable pressure that I only had 4 years to teach her everything she needed to know. So I started spewing all these pieces of advice to her. And literally she stopped me and grabbed me by the shoulders one day, and she was like, "Mom, you have to stop spewing advice at me. You need to write it down." So I feverishly wrote it all down, and it's turned into 100, I call it, the name of the book is 100 Things I Know to Be True, a letter for my teenage daughters.
Oh.
So it's kind of words of wisdom to kind of help them through maybe what they don't necessarily listen to what I tell them, but perhaps over time
they might not listen now, but they will listen later. Oh, what a gift. And it's coming out this summer.
It is. It's coming out this summer. So you can find all information on mommymagic.com.
Fantastic. So. Thank you, my dear. What a joy
to
speak with you today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. You're just fantastic, and I just adore you. So thank you.
Well, back at you. We're Snickers. Let's have Snickers on
Snickers.
camera. Snickers,
Come here. Come here.
Come on, Snickers. There you are.
There he is.
And Snickers, you were a great addition to the set today. He's a keeper.
Oh, thank you. Come back anytime. Snickers and I would love to have you.
Thank you. I would love that.
Enjoy your career. Love your life.